Money. It's for the Lord. It's for the Lord. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Huh? Pay your tithes when you get your money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Money. Pay your tithes. Get your money. Melchizedek met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings. Abraham gave 10th of all his things. When a Christian rob God, that's a Christian robbing me. But you want to say, how does a Christian rob thee? Money. That pastor is robbing me. Money. The Christian pastor is robbing me. Bring me your tithes inside the storehouse, so it could be me and every UPK house. I as UPK the stone, Commander Junior is the pillar for the Lord's house. If you don't know the Bible, you won't understand what I'm talking about. And that right there might be bad for you. But listen, this is something ye can do. Honor the Lord with substance and give him your first fruits. Give and watch it come right back to you. Endure to the ending. In this truth, cause nobody is saved till Christ come back. The pastor lie about you being saved just to get that stack. Evil pastor. That's all he's for, the money, man. You understand? Come on, let's get it. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. What? Pay your tithes when you get your money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. Money. Pay your tithes when you get your money. 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 Pay your tithes when you get your money.
Yeah. Clap it up for the Lord. You know what I mean? Clap up for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Thumba, Shem Yahshua to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer for the Yahshua Yahweh, accompanied with
Shalom Israel, peace over 5,000. Shalai Yahweh, of course, represents the Israelite School of UPK.
You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK. It started at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. This is 1969. We let so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians know that we are in fact the lost 12 tribes of Israel. This is the ISUPK Long Island class. We also have Officer of 1,000 all, you know what I'm saying, working the computer, you know what I'm saying? Give him a hand, you know what I mean? Give him a hand. That's right. You know what I'm saying? I got to ask you a question out there. Do you see what's going on in America right now? Are you paying attention? Do you know what your commander-in-chief, how he feels about you, so-called black man, Latino man, Native American man? Do you know how he really feel about you? If you don't know by now, you're obviously blind. And the problem with us being blind is that we have sellouts in our community. Right. Israel has always dealt with sellouts from the beginning, right now, but at the end, they won't be no more sellouts because our King Yahushua Mashiach is not tolerating that. You understand? Right. They're the reason why everything has gone down and bad with the black community, the Latino community, Native American Indian community. And it says in the scriptures that we should not be sellouts nor listen to them. You understand? But let's start with the first scripture, Baba Kashaw. Can I get the book of Proverbs? The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31, Baba Kashaw. You understand? We should not be sellouts. None of us should. Especially to people who's always hated us for no apparent reason than us just being great. The slaves they hate. The descendants of slaves they hate. Let's go, sir, Baba Kashaw.
Go on. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Do what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Like the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Don't be jealous. Don't have no envy over this beast. Understand? This man who tells us and is confused and look at us like we got 5 heads. Well, we say we use a washcloth to wash ourselves. A man who doesn't even want to take a bath. Understand? A man who hates blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and they say, "Oh, we're going to make America great." The only reason why America is great is because of the descendants of the slaves, because of blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Hell, almost every invention that America has, every item, almost everything that makes America run, like the light bulb, the third rail. A lot of the inventions are made from the descendants of slaves. You understand? We're the reason why America is great. And the black man and Latino man should not envy the oppressor. Keep going, Barbara Show.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. That means give back voting. Give back Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Don't even waste your time coming up for your February 14th about Valentine's Day. Don't even waste your time doing it, because all these man-made holidays, putting your money back in the oppressor's pocket. You understand? Don't get to do none of his ways. Envy not what he does, and don't choose to do any of his ways. And that's the problem with blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? We think the American way is our way. We think America's for us, but America has never been for us, as you see. But we're still blind because we have false leadership. You got something to say on that, sir?
No, I mean, what you're saying, you're hitting it on the head. You understand what I'm saying? I definitely like to touch on the false leadership. That's, to me, that's where, you know, the bulk of the problem comes from.
Right.
The reason why is because they're the so-called gatekeepers of the community. These Christian pastors, these imams, and all of that, in the Muslim faith, so to speak, and these black cats and all of that with Kemet and whatever else garbage they got going on out there. You know, they allow that to come on into the community. They're no different from drug dealers, or anybody else that's allowing this wickedness to infiltrate into our community. You know what I'm saying? It's destroying our children, destroying our wives, destroying our families. You understand what I'm saying? So, that wicked so-called leadership, it really, really gets to me. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to knowing who the damn devil is. We know who the devil is. The problem is those who decide to sell their souls just to gain, some type of materialistic thing, or think they're saving their lives. You understand what I'm saying? So they're willing to bow down and lick the boots of this oppressor. Meanwhile, as they lick the boots of the oppressor, they're destroying their own people. That's what really disturbs me.
What you're saying is so heavy. You're absolutely right. Because they do it for profit. Because they envy the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? They think they can live with him by doing everything he does. I mean, look at the Epstein files. A lot of our prominent black people, Latino people, are on that list. Jay-Z was on that list. And the black community, we hold Jay-Z to a high esteem, but he's on that list. Because he wants to be like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, to get some of that oppressive money, you have to be down. There's no way that you're gonna be pushing for your people and all of that. In order for Jay-Z and any other so-called brother out there that's pushing for what they want to call wealth, generational wealth, and also you have to tap dance a little bit, for this, tap dance a lot of bit for this oppressor. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get no money without tricking. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to spread them cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Top and bottom for this oppressor. It's mandatory. It's
diabolical.
Yeah, it's mandatory. Once you get a taste of it, it becomes addictive. You know what I'm saying? It becomes your drug. You know what I'm saying? To where you want that money. And to the public eye, no, you some this thorough dude who rap about selling bricks. And meanwhile, at these parties, they got your 6'7" ass bent over, you know what I'm saying, busting you wide open because you want to get a check. You understand what I'm saying?
And if I could, what you're saying so heavy, to get all that money because you envy the oppressor and you want that. You see the grass is green on the other side. He's going to have you work his agenda, just like how Jay-Z said, because he got a little say so in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They only wanted him to open his mouth when they were tired of black people protesting about the shootings that was going on in America. You know what I'm saying? When he said there's too much kneeling going on. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, boy, we need you to do this thing because Jay-Z has so much influence. That's why Commander Johanna and the men above us in the ISUPK told us, and even in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, the prominence of Israel is going to let us down. We look at all these Hollywood actors, these rappers, these athletes as leaders, understand? But they're not. They're concerned about that check. They're concerned about that bread. That's why when you ask them the tough questions that deal with society and social issues, they tend to wear off from it. They won't answer it. You know what I'm saying? They walk away and be very passive than answering the question aggressively. Yes, our people being gunned down, I think it's wrong. There's no justice. They won't be bold like that because you know why? They want that check. Understand? Because they envy the oppressor and they want to follow his ways. But the ways of the oppressor are disgusting. You understand? Slocky, can I get the next verse, Baba Kashaw?
God. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 23. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
You know what I'm saying? Why trimmest thou ways to seek love, man? We trimmest our ways to seek love of the oppressor. We trimmest our ways, and our ways come from the Most High God, man. It's an honorable way. It's the only way. Understand? We think that the oppressor, his ways is good, but we trim ourselves. We do things he want to do. You understand? We think the things he do is the right way to do. You understand? Because you know what? We want that check. We want that money. We want that fetty. We want everything. We believe in the slice of the American dream, but the American dream is a nightmare for blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. You understand?
If I may, real quick,
go ahead, sir.
With the scripture, why trimmest thou ways? You know what I'm saying? Black man, woman, and child. When I say black, I mean all the tribes. That's the kicker right there. What is our ways? You know what I'm saying? What are we trimming? Our ways is the way of the Most High God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why trimmest thou ways? Why trimmest that?
Right.
Why get rid of sleeping with another man's woman? You know that's wrong to do. Why? Right. But why get rid of it?
Right.
You want to fit in, don't you? So you got to make songs about you say he's just a friend and all of that, and sleeping with another man's woman. You understand? You want to tell a sister she shouldn't be selling herself, selling her body. But then again, in order to get down, you gotta F for him to get some money and all this other garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in essence, you say trimming your ways. This white man to make you think you got to trim your ways. Leave that ghetto behind. Right. Leave them people behind.
Right.
Get away from all of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? The ways you should be trimming is the ways of loving this white man, loving this oppressor. Those are the ways that you need to trim. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the ways you need to trim, because all of the violence that we speak and talk about and rap about, all of the overly sexual deviant stuff that we talk about and rap about, that is the oppressor's way of things. You understand what I'm saying? That's the oppressor's way. And those are the ways we need to cut.
Exactly.
You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Khan. Everything you're saying is so heavy, sir. Everything you're saying is so heavy because we trim our ways. You know what I'm saying? We trim our ways and we lead our people, because you understand, our people trim their ways, you know what I'm saying, to get the love from the oppressor. Those people, those amongst us who are the stars of Israel, they have so much influence. So much influence, you know what I'm saying? You just got done saying how in songs where we're talking about or rapping about, singing about, even in R&B, a brother was singing rap about having sex with another man's wife. And you look at them, and you look at them in the ghettos, in the streets, and where we live in these poor, these impoverished communities. You understand? One of the things that is a trap for us is a female. You understand? Where if a man catches another man with his wife, surely that brother might be unalive, or that woman might be unalive. But because we're influenced by rappers who had poor leadership that trim their ways to get the love of the oppressor, you understand? They're going to do anything and say anything and follow the agenda of our oppressor to make sure that we continually be destroyed, that we don't know our ways because we follow his ways. Can we keep going in that verse, Baba Kashaw?
God, therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
You know what I'm saying? Have we taught the wicked ones thy ways? And yes, we have. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the culture vultures that's going on with Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? Every you know what I'm saying? All these other white podcasters have a thing to say about our culture, but then when it comes to speaking out about the horrific crimes going about us, they're quiet as a mouse. They're quiet as a mouse. Vlad would never speak about the shootings and unaliving or what's going on with the Latin community, about being deported by ICE, wrongfully obtained, with no warrants. He'll never talk about it. Right. But you know one thing, he'll psych up the beef. Adam 22, he'll jerk off the drama. You know what I'm saying? Having two black men want to unalive each other over some nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why is that though? Because this oppressor gets paid.
Right.
They get paid off of the destruction of our people, our so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans.
Right.
This what's the white boy's name? Adam 21,
Adam 22,
Vlad, and all of that. The Leo Cohen's and any other oppressor that has any hand in pushing forward the careers of so-called career of some black folks. They get paid from the drama. Even Leroy Cohen said, you know, he's not with all, you know, his family and friends, you know, they don't live lives of gangbanging and this right. But he gets paid, and that's, well, why do you allow that? He said, we gotta eat. Exactly. And so in order for his family to eat, he has to destroy yours. In order for his family to eat, he has to destroy yours. He has to. That's the only way to get money is to destroy your family. Right. And then he get real Sambo cool type niggas to assist him in destroying your family. Namely who? Drug dealers, right. Christian pastors. You know what I'm saying? He gets them. They're his watchdogs, his pit bulls, his German shepherds. The ones that sicken your grandmother when they put the hose down on it and all that. Those are your drug dealers, your Christian pastors, and your so-called community leaders. You understand? Because they have to help this white man destroy your family so the white man can get paid. And they get paid, he'll toss you a bone or two, give you a couple of crumbs that you can eat off. You understand what I'm saying? Right. When the tables should be reversed. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But that's you know, that's just how it is. For now, that's how it is. And we encourage our brothers and sisters to cut those ways off. You know what I'm saying? To provoke our sin to come back and may his vesture be dipped in blood as per the scripture. You understand what I'm saying?
God, I'm saying so heavy to our leaders that trim their ways for that dollar. They trim their ways to make sure that blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians stay in the proper space, stay destroyed, because you know why? They want the love of our oppressor. Right. They want the love of the white man. They want that dollar. They want that money. Knowing that what's going on is destroying us. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's titled SELL-OUS, because they're the main reason why blacks, Latinos, and Native American community, Native American Indians, God's chosen people, that never had a foot forward in this country. You know what I'm saying? It's always seems like there's always a dark cloud over the hood, you understand, over the barriers, over the reservations, you understand? We have no leadership, you understand? But we have to get back to the Most High God. The Most High God's gonna get us out of this funk, you understand? If I could, let's go to the next one. If you go to the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26. Let's see what our King has to say about this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it dying out?
Is yours flashing?
Oh, yeah, it's flashing.
Well, I'm not sure how to work. Yeah, I think it's that. You rock up, son.
I don't feel like you heard.
I'm not sure. But I think the camera.
Yes. Let me just put this one up here. So just put this one in.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. Come. Let me get that right there. Get that mic right there. Water. All right.
Yeah, we can just talk loud enough to get up in this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, they can hear us out there.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our leaders for a little bit. We're gonna talk about this Coonan, this Samboing. You know, we're gonna talk about all of that. You know what I'm saying? To see what's going on. Let's get into these scriptures. Though, what scripture you got pulled up?
We're gonna go to the book of Matthew, chapter. What? We're going to the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26. You understand? And it's heavy you said that because, yes, the drug dealing, the gang banging, being a whoremonger, it's all bad. We play a good part in our destruction. But where there's no leadership to guide us, where there's no one to guide us and to hold us accountable and tell what's wrong, we're always going to continue to do the wrong thing. I mean, I believe one of the scriptures say, where there's no counsel, we fail.
Right.
There's no wise counsel. Who you going to go to, Jay-Z? He's on the Epstein list. Diddy was trying to be baby Epstein, you understand? LeBron James, who? Who are we going to go to? You can't rely on our celebrities. You understand? Just because you have wealth and money does not mean it's close to God. Gang does not mean it's close to God. That's in the scriptures. You understand? But having a heart wanting for the Most High God. You understand? Want to give up this wicked world, give up your wicked ways, give up crab, shrimp, and lobster, being obedient. You understand? And that's one thing they're oppressed. That's why the Most High God calls them wicked, because everything he does is against the Most High God. You know, in America, they frown upon a man had more than one wife. But it's okay for a man to lay with another man. It's okay for a woman to lay with another woman. Alternative living is great, but you're a wicked man for a man having multiple wives. I understand that. I don't understand that.
Right.
Women I've chosen and vetted to make sure they're clean and STD free. But a man on man, you're going to spread the virus. You're going to spread the disease. Same thing with woman on woman. But that's America for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But let's see what our king said. Our king Yahweh Shemashia. You got anything to say?
No, right now, but I got some scriptures I want to pull. But we got some time. We got a little bit of time.
You know what I'm saying? After this, you can pull some stuff.
Let's
go to the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
For what is a man profited?
What is a man what?
Profited.
Okay.
If he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul.
So I'm saying, so the question is, what is a man to gain? What's the profit? What's coming to you if you sell your soul for the whole world?
Right.
This is something our celebrities do not understand. This is why you blame the Christian church, because this scripture right here, Pastor Pork Chop skipped over it. He's skipping over it right now, because even him, he's going to the oppressor's agenda. He's following the oppressor's playbook. You know what I'm saying? Not teaching that every man, woman, and child in this congregation is a child of God. It's of the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We have a bar. There's a, what's the word? You know what I'm saying? It's not the bar. There's a
threshold.
It's a threshold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a way we're supposed to live. We're supposed to uphold the bar. You know what I'm saying? We have a standard we have to live up to, being God's chosen people.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? That the laws, statutes, and commandments, we always talk about the laws of God. That's our culture, man, of a lawful people. That's us. Everything we learn in America is against God. Get that in your head right now. Everything we learn, from the time of you celebrating your birthday, from being in school, pledging your allegiance to the flag. You understand? That, something like that. You understand? It's against the Most High God. And as you get older, you know what I'm saying? You get older, it can cram this crap in your head. You know what I'm saying? The American way, the American dream. You understand? And one thing the oppressor does, he selects a handful of people, not everybody among Israel, a few that will bend to his will. You know what I'm saying? That will bend the knee all the way to the part where they'll bend over for the white man for that check.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Bad Bunny. We just got done talking about Bad Bunny. Look at Bad Bunny. Following the agenda of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the LGBTQ lifestyle. Knowing it's detrimental to Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And his music is everywhere. I walk to school, I can 5 cars at least playing Bad Bunny. We in East Harlem. You know what I'm saying? That's our Latino people here over here. Understand? Knowing that Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians, especially Latinos of Israel, the Spanish-speaking tribes of Israel, is going through hell in America. Pushing that agenda doesn't make it no better. You know what I'm saying? Is there more on that, sir? Oh, you got something to say?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Just what you're saying is heavy. You know what I mean? Not only people got to understand what pushing the agenda is.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Being quiet about it, turn a blind eye to it, is the same thing as accepting it and pushing it. You know what I'm saying? As a people, it's our job, our duty, our obligation to speak against it. You understand?
Right.
To speak against it. We have to speak against the ways of the ways of the society. We have to speak. If someone is constantly, not even just constantly, one time sexually assaulting your child, you can't just sit there and talk that problem away. It has to be dealt with. If someone is sitting there taking advantage of your wife as she walks to work, they pull her in the bushes every day and they sexually assault her viciously. Make her bleed and scream and cry and send her home to you every day. And all you're going to do is talk it away. You understand? That wouldn't be allowed. You understand? That wouldn't be allowed. If you're a grown man, every single day, you go to the gym, you work out. When you go into the locker room, you got you one of them old wrinkled oppressors in there that's going to ram you in your rectum every time you go to the gym. But you're going to talk it away. You understand? I bring up these examples to say what? we can't just sit here and just talk it away.
Right.
And I'm not saying to get violent. What I'm saying is separate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Separate. Pull together. How can we stop this?
Mm-hmm.
How can we stop this?
Right.
Not how you, how they, we can stop this. And once we start using that word more often as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, how can we fight ICE? How can we fight these principalities?
Mm-hmm.
How can we get over addiction? How can we get over sexual abuse and all of that? Then we are going to fall victim to it every single time.
Right.
You understand? Until we start using inclusive language. And when I say inclusive, I'm not speaking on holding hands with no white folks. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about holding hands with no Asians. We did it enough.
Right.
And it hasn't worked. You understand? The time for tap dancing and singing lullabies and banging on tambourines and wearing big fruit baskets on their head and sitting there allowing an alternative lifestyle man to get up in his pulpit and start preaching after he tongue kissed the first man in the church, and then his homosexual cousin is the leader of the damn choir, and after that, then you're gonna go downstairs and you're gonna eat ham with the pineapple on top, and then you're gonna talk about what Miss Jenkins was wearing. I mean, all of this stuff and Big Mom, all this stuff that I just mentioned is all embedded into the so-called culture that this oppressor has gave us.
Right.
You understand? And we lose. And they gain. I mean, damn it, it's right in front of our face.
Right.
You understand? You can read scriptures in and out, know it in and out, backwards. You can know it. You can know it any way you want. You know who else knows scriptures? Satan.
Right.
Satan knows scriptures too. It's time for us to start living it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Letting the audio match the visual. You understand? And this is how we're going to come up out of this. If we start living it, feeling it, breathing it, eating it. You understand? To be obedient to Most High God, you should taste. It should be like plaque on your teeth when you wake up in the morning. Right. It should be the crust in your eye when you wake up in the morning. You understand? Salaki.
I'm saying, what you're saying is so heavy. I'm saying, because we have to separate from this oppressor. There's no other way. There's no other way until Christ returns. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to be safe. The best way to separate from this oppressor, wherever you may be, look for the ISUPK under command of Junior Honda. Wherever you at, look for a school near you. Come as you are, go through the threshold of that door, you understand? And learn how to separate. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about separating, about leaving America, you know what I'm saying? Because you may not be here in America physically, but your behavior and your mannerisms, your spirit is still in America. We say separate is change your behavior. You know what I'm saying? Know that celebrating your birthday is a sin. You know what I'm saying? Know that the alternative lifestyle is against the Most High God. Know that the foods you be eating, unclean foods, the crab, the shrimp, the lobster, you know what I'm saying, the pork, all that is against God. All that, quitting all that is separating your soul, your spirit out of America. Yeah, your body could be here, but once you get the spirit strong, you are fully separated. You know what I'm saying? You can see the bull crap being thrown at you. You know what bull crap is. You know what a lie is. We fell in love with the lie of America. We fell in love with the lie of America to the point where we're delusional. We're blind. You know what I'm saying? We're in denial. You see what's going on. You see what's going on with our Latino brothers, man. They're scared. My neck of woods, they come early in the morning. They can't stay in the Home Depot no more to work, bring an honest living. They can't work at a regular job. They go to court, same thing as a regular summons, and they're being carried away by ICE. And they have a right to be afraid because some of our Latino brothers are being unalive right now as we speak for no reason other than being the chosen people of God. It's time for us to separate. You got some scripture to bring out, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Did you finish what you
yeah, we can drop that. We can drop that, sir.
Give me Isaiah real quick. Isaiah chapter 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of stick on topic.
Right.
You know, we're talking about really about cooning and sambo, samboing and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And what do we mean by that? We understand about dietary laws and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at the things that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, pork is killing us. We're getting high blood pressure and diabetes and all of that. It's going to be Isaiah chapter 9, started verse 16. Real quick. You know, so we know that stuff. But loving this oppressor is getting us unalived at a rapid pace. You understand? We got groups, so-called groups. The Black Panthers, Black Lions, Black Jaguars, Black Cheetahs, Black whatever the hell it is. Right. You understand what I'm saying? They're saying, well, listen, this is not our problem, you know, and we're not going to, you know, get involved with this. We're not doing that. It's not a problem. But they forget about the Mexican brothers that held on to our grandparents, our great-grandparents, as they fled and ran from this oppressor, because they was tired of getting their testicles cut off and having babies cut out their stomach and having their legs tied to two horses as they run a separate direction, have them ripped apart. They was tired of that. They was tired of having their babies being yanked out of the house to go and be used as alligator bait. They was tired of that. They was tired of seeing their grandmother's back turn into a purse, or their grandfather's stomach turned into a pair of shoes. They was tired of that. They was tired of having Aunt Niecy's teeth knocked out of her mouth because the oppressive white woman needed a set of dentures. You know, so they was tired of that, so they fled and ran. And Mexican brothers and sisters held us. It was a safe haven. You understand? It was a place of freedom, of dignity. You understand? Where you can grow and be free and be happy to go outside and just take a fresh, deep breath of air. To not look over your back. To not have to be scared when you sleep. To not have to cuddle all up and have all your kids and everybody sleep in one bed because you think that protects them. The Mexican brothers and sisters kept us from that garbage. And they fought for our freedom to stay in Mexico, to stay under their watch, because they was against slavery. They was against that. You understand? And this is one reason why America hates Mexicans to this day. And they have to put divisive little things in front of us to make us think that we're not the same people, that we're not fighting the same struggle, that we're not under the same oppression, that our enemies treat us differently. You understand? You know why? Because they know that so-called Latinos and so-called Negroes, if they come together, it'll be a goddamn problem. That's right. You understand? And they know it. Right. That's scary. That's the problem. We'll get past the ham and everything. First, let's love each other. Right. Let's start there. Let's love each other. Let's start there first. Right. We can get to the ham. We can get to the shape-ups. We can get to that. I'm not saying that's not important. What I'm saying is the enemy's at hand right now. It's front line right now. And to avoid this bullet right now, to avoid this captivity, this imprisonment, this form of being a damn tyrant, of being a dictator, of us being put at the bottom of the barrel and scraped and used and washed up and made into nothing right now, we have to deal with that right now. And me talking to you about a goddamn ham sandwich at the moment is not going to stop it right now. Right now, we need unity. Right now, we need to get rid of the cancer that's in our community. Get rid of the virus that's spreading rapidly in our community. I know them beats sound good and that rap sound good, but we got to get rid of some of it. I know she got a fat ass, but it's for sale. We got to get rid of it. Right. You understand? I know weed is free, but it's fentanyl in it. It's making a child soft and moist and tender and dumb. Right. We got to get rid of it. Why? Because we're dying now. Drug dealers are to blame. The Christian church in its entirety is to blame. And some of you disgusting, nasty, black women out there that treat your sons like they're your goddamn boyfriends, you're to blame too. You understand? You allow this white man to infiltrate too. Instead of using common sense and wisdom and getting counsel, you rather have sex with somebody, talk about them, even though they were inside of you and ejaculate inside of you, and now you want to get an abortion. You're destroying the community too. Right. We got to get rid of you. Right. You understand? Got to get rid of you. This ain't the time to sit there and pat people on the back and kumbaya, my Lord. He'll be all right. Yeah, he'll be all right. Over there. Get him out the way. Black Panthers, move. Right. Black Lions, move. You understand? And let the fearless, chosen men of God, the Israelite school of UPK, let them in. Right. Fund them. And watch the Most High God destroy this filthy, disgusting place. Give me Isaiah 9:16.
Another one, Con.
If I could, real quick. The black man in America is so far the oppressors behind. The reason why black men say it's not our fight, and the reason why the black man says they don't like the Latino people is because the white man say they don't like the Latino.
Yeah, of course.
That's why.
Of course.
That's all I want to say. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. You understand? Mm-hmm. These suckers are scared. Mm-hmm. Scared they're gonna lose their position. Mm-hmm. Nigga, you ain't got no position. Never did. You ain't got no position. You think the white man care about a Black Panther's gun? You think that? They try to march. Didn't they try to march a few years back? They sitting there marching, got women marching with them and all of that. They chanting and stomping and marching, all of that. And one got shot in the ass by his partner. Nigga marching, oops, and shot his own friend in the ass. Looking all discombobulated and unorganized. Man, stop it. You understand? You want to destroy this oppressor and his oppressive ways? Serve the Most High God.
That's right.
Serve the one that can send a typhoon, a hurricane, an earthquake. Damn it, he brought down a whole kingdom with locusts. Right. Who the hell do you think you are? Serve the Most High God. And deaf to these pastors, as per the scriptures. That's right. Read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people.
Say it again.
For the leaders of this people.
For Creflo Dollar, say it again.
For the leaders of this people.
The Black Panthers, the Black Lions, the Nation of Islam. Say it again.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
They cause them to err. Who's them? Us, me, you, your son, your kids, your aunts and uncles and your nieces. They cause them to err. What's that? Live in error. Go in the wrong direction, mislead, misguide, lie to, manipulate. You understand? These so-called leaders, this is what they're doing. You understand? This is what they're doing. Keep going.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
And that's you and I. Aren't you tired of that? All you got to do is look outside your window. Go down the block, go around the corner and over the hill and across the street, and you'll see pain and poverty, addiction and abuse, stress and suicide, misery and hopelessness is right there in front of you. From the city to the country to the rural area to the in-between area, low class, high middle class, whatever, nigga. These so-called leaders are causing us to be led astray, and your children have to pay for it. They have to go on T-shirts. They have to have candles and memorials on the corner. You understand? Because we allow these funky, disgusting, Sambo, cooning, tap dancing bastards to run us. You understand? And allow our people, and we not tired of being tired until it comes to your front damn door like an Amazon package. Right. But guess what? It's coming. It's coming. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Why are you worried about what you're going to do and who you're going to get with and what you're going to, if you can get this and get that, what you're going to do is get a nice cold dose of the white man's death that he's handing out. You understand? We just seen how, and just heard in class not too long ago, how they putting the ace of spades. They're going to replace your husband and your wife with the card of ace of spades, which means we took them, we got them, and ain't a goddamn thing you could do about it. Oh, but there is. Oh, but there is. Our strength comes from heaven. Right. Serve the Most High God. Salaki, brother. Right. Let them know what you got on your mind.
Everything you're saying is so heavy. I'm saying it all has to deal with separating Salakia. Separating from our oppressor. That's just it. We won't not know peace. We won't not know harmony until we get away from the people who don't know peace. Until we get away from the people who don't know harmony. You understand? If I could, can I pull scripture up, Baba Kashar? Can I get the book of can I get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2? I mean chapter 14, verse 2, you understand? Because all this falls on false leadership, and the false leaders are coons. They're sellouts. They're the reason why every black community, every Latino community, why everything is being allowed to happen to us. They don't have a voice. They want the white man's money. They want the white man's oppressor's way of life. They want his woman. You understand? They want everything. They're afraid to be black. They're afraid to speak black. The only time when they speak black, the false leaders, the coons, the sellouts, is when their oppressor needs them to calm us down, to pacify us. Understand? Right. That's the only reason why they are told to speak black, to pacify black people. Right now, in 2026, we can't be fooled by that. No more. The only black man you should be listening to right now, if you're so-called black, Latino, Native American, Indian, the lost soul tribes of Israel, is Commanding General Yohana. That's right. That's who has your best interest. Damn right. Always has. Of the ISUPK. You understand that? Because Creflo Donald will have your best interest. Al Sharpton, Barack Obama never have your interest. He's not even a black man. He's an African. You understand? None of these so-called blacks in high authority positions have your best interest, except Commander General Yohana, who's leading us back to Christ. And Christ is leading us back to the Most High God. Because like the other one said, our strength comes from heaven. You understand? But let me get the book. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the book of Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Baba Kashar.
Go on, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Mm-hmm. Judah mourneth.
Who?
Judah mourneth.
Judah is the so-called North American, so the African American, the black man. You're Judah. You're of the tribe of Judah. You're the mighty lion who's been captive in the wilderness of America. And we mourn. We mourn every day in America because you know why? We're being oppressed. And you know what else is getting our oppression? Our Latino brothers, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, the Guatemalans. You understand? You know what I'm saying? The Ecuadorians. Right. You know what I'm saying? The Colombians. Right. Everybody who is Latino speaks Spanish is being prosecuted just like the African American. They're getting the same dose. And the scriptures say, in the end days, we will be prosecuted. Our footsteps will be hunted. You understand? But read that, sir.
Go on. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Mm-hmm. Judah mourneth.
Keep going.
And the gates thereof language.
What?
And the gates.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Thereof language.
You know what a gate does? The function of the gate is to keep things out. You know what I'm saying? It's to protect. You know what I'm saying? It ain't language. Because you know what? We have poor leadership. Poor leadership like the Creflo Dollars and the Al Sharptons. Everybody, every black man we see on TV who allows the wickedness to happen, who allow the drugs to happen, who allow the poor behavior and misconduct for us to live out. You understand? They allow all this. We have no protection. We have no leadership because they languish. Right. And we're suffering because of that. Right. We've been suffering because we want to put in someone who think they have the best, who has our best interest, but all he cares about is what the white man can give him. You know what I'm saying? It's all he cares about. Keep going, sir.
They are black unto the ground.
They are white.
Black unto the ground.
They're black unto the ground because you know why? The lost 12 tribes of Israel are all black. Latino man, you are a black man. You're just a light-skinned Negro. That's it. That's all you are. You too, Native American man. Black unto the ground. Destroyed. Because you know why? Our gates has been destroyed. There's no one protecting us. The shepherd we have running us, leading us, has led us to hell. Dr. Martin Luther King has led us to a burning building, like he said. He was a poor shepherd. You understand? You got anything to say, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Slocky. And Slocky to anybody who's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Sure, we can take a look and see if there anybody in the chat got any comments or anything they'll like to engage in it. Make sure you say shalom back there. Shalom, sis. Make sure you type it in so we can get this algorithm thing flowing. You understand what I'm saying? Big up to anybody that's listening. We got to share the mic today. We having some technical difficulties, but just to piggyback on what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? We we as a people, it's a goddamn shame how these so-called leaders, I can't even call them shepherds. You understand what I'm saying? These so-called leaders have betrayed us. You know what I'm saying? They betrayed. I got a few scripts I want to bring out real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna try to kill it real quick as best I can, just to try to get my point across, because we're gonna stick to the scriptures. All right, everything is in the scriptures. There's nothing new under the sun. We've been going through these wicked, disgusting, nasty kingdoms, these cesspools that have our children destroyed, our wives destroyed, our families absolutely destroyed, and we know it's at the hands of these goddamn sellouts. You understand? These cowards who's scared. Just like General Muhammad brought up before. We're going to start. As soon as the revolution get the revoluting, we're going to start. We're going to come on outside. Nigga, you ain't never been outside. You not coming nowhere. You not going to do nothing. So what you should do is support us. We'll do the rest. You understand? Go to real quick Psalms chapter 106. Real quick. I'm gonna drop a couple of scriptures real quick. Give it back to you. I know we pressed on the time. You know, we thank y'all for tuning in. You know, so we're gonna make sure that we keep the classes flowing. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to ISBK The Bronx on YouTube. Subscribe to ISBK Long Island. Trying to get them numbers up and spread this truth as usual. We don't even give a damn about the numbers. We're really trying to get the chosen people to watch. The ones that the Most High God want to hear this message. All right. Psalms 106. All right. You got it? 106:35. We're gonna start at 35 real quick. All right. Psalms 106, verse 35. We're going to talk about these filthy, disgusting bastards that are so-called leaders. So-called leaders. You understand? There's a difference between being a leader and being in charge. In UPK, we are led by a leader. You understand? Read what you got.
Psalms 106, verse 35.
Uh-huh.
But were mingled among the heathen.
Uh-huh.
And learned their work.
Hold on a second. Go up to 34.
Verse 34.
Uh-huh.
They did not destroy the nations.
Uh-huh.
Concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
Now, what is that? They didn't destroy the nations. When they went into war, they was told to destroy these nations. We're telling you to destroy these nations now. Not go out physically and hurt or harm any Asians, but stay away from the, you don't got to go to the Chinese buffet. Right. Stay away from all of that African garbage. Stay away from trying to bleach your skin and wear blonde wigs and all the rest of that garbage. Stay away from all of that. Stay away from these nations. You don't have to be a Muslim. That's not your culture. Don't be a Christian or practice Christianity. That's not your culture. You know what I'm saying? Destroy these nations. Destroy their philosophies, their thoughts, their actions. Get them out of our culture. No more vultures. No more of it. No more being a righteous black man, and you blow yourself down and be with some filthy, disgusting, nasty, stinking dog of a white woman. You understand? No more of that. Sister, there's no need for you allow some white men to ejaculate inside of you and just rot you from the inside out. There's no need for that. Keep going.
Verse 35. But were mingled among the heathen.
And this is what the oppressor loves. And this is what your drug dealers and your Christian pastors, this is what they do. Mingle. They like to mingle. You know what I'm saying? They mingle with the heathen. They love that white man. God love everybody. They love the white man. They love his ways. Sure. You can insert yourself in the rectum of one of these pastors as long as you pay. You got to pay to play. You understand? They mingled. They hung out with them. They took on their ways. And they started to hate the people that the heathens hate, which is your black ass. Keep going.
And learn their works.
Uh-huh.
Verse 36.
Go ahead.
And they serve their idols.
Say what?
And they serve their idols.
They served Caesar Borgia. They served what?
Their idols.
They served Allah encircled and tongue kissed that rock. You understand? They served their idols. They did all of that. That fat Buddha. Oh man, they love the fat Buddha. Oh, not the peaceful Zen meditation. You know what I'm saying? They love fat Buddha. They serve their idols. That's what happened to you when you mingle with these heathens. You start to serve the idols. You know what else they serve? I'm a Virgo, and I match well with a Scorpio because the sun and stars and the moon, they align. You understand? Like Virgos ain't no hoes either. Like there can't be no sellouts. You understand? A goddamn zodiac sign. Oh, they fell all for that. We all into that. Reading palms and everything else. Your palms say the same things as other palms. It's ashy. Read what you got.
Which were a snare unto them.
You know, we follow this stuff, and it was nothing to us. It was trash to us. You understand? It was a smear to us. The scriptures say that these nations ain't worth our spit. Right. Do you know who you are? Do you remember who you are? Don't let these pastors and these drug dealers and these pimps and the rest of these filthy, nasty traitors, these watchdogs for the white men, don't let them diminish your character and who you are. You understand? You're the chosen people of God. And God said we're above all nations. We the salt of the earth. And these other suckers ain't worth our spit. You understand? Drop that. Go to Psalms real quick. Stay in Psalms. Go to Psalm 55. Be amazed at these traitors, man. At these absolute traitors. And some of you fake Israelite groups too. Leave your comments. That's all you're going to do is type it anyway. You're a damn traitor, man. You sit there and hate your brother. You hate your brother just as equal as the white man haters. Just as equal. You understand? Too cowardice to come and have a conversation like a real black man. To come and look a brother in the eye and have a conversation about what the problem is, what the issue is. Now you want to go straight to hating. Straight to hating. Just like the oppressor. You understand? That's why you will break off of a break off who's just been broken off, and that's just that. You understand? Psalms chapter 55, start at verse 12. You understand? I'm going to run this down real quick for you traders, man.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reapproached me.
No, it wasn't an enemy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to see who the enemy is. You know Donald Trump's an enemy. Right. You know Jeff Epstein and all of them. You know they're enemies. You know it. They know it. They'll let you know it. You understand? Let you know it. You know these basketball owners that own all these teams, these billionaires. You know what I'm saying? We know that we know they're the enemy. They know they're the enemy. They know that. But it ain't the enemy. It ain't the enemy we got to watch for. Go ahead.
Then I could have borne it.
Say it again.
Then I could have borne it.
You could have borne it. This is one of us. You understand? This is one of us. This is the sad part. You understand? Go ahead.
Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me.
It wasn't him that hated me that magnified himself. The white man got us fooled. He got us tricked already. He got us in the bag. He got niggas fighting niggas. He got niggas fighting. He got blacks and Latinos going at it. They getting bringing crazy in California. They in New York too. They got the Latin kings and the Bloods and all of that. They got Puerto Ricans that can't stand Dominicans. Dominicans can't stand Haitians. Haitians don't get along with Benjamites, with Jamaicans. You understand? Jamaicans don't get along with Judites, the American niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That white man's devices, they're working perfectly fine so far. Go ahead.
Then I would have hid myself from him.
You understand? If we knew it was the enemy coming, we would have got rid of it. We would be prepared. If we know it's the enemy, we would be prepared. Go ahead.
Verse 13. But it was thou, a man mine equal.
It was my own brother. It was that drug dealer nigga. The one I grew up with from the sandbox. The one that came up with me that lived across the street. I lived across the hall that I went to school with. That he went to school across town, but it was the same conditions. I grew up over here in New York. He grew up over there in England, but we both came from the same oppression. It was my equal. And that's the messed up part, y'all. We know who the enemy is, but we have some infiltrators and some suckers that's amongst us. that is sneaking up on us because they look like us and sound like us, like these Black Panthers and these Black Lions and all of this garbage. Look like us, sound like us, but they not. They don't have our best interests. Who's our? I'm talking about the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans who are struggling, who are dying daily. 64,000 Black women missing. Where are they?
Right.
How come they don't got no search party going on? Where they at? All the Native American sisters that's missing and children that's missing out in Wyoming, place we forget about. South Dakota, North Dakota, Idaho, Montana. They're missing. Where are they? Keep going.
My guide
Go
and
ahead.
my acquaintance.
Uh-huh.
Verse 14.
My God. That Christian pastor is our God. You understand? The honorable great Elijah Muhammad and all this are my God. These people that were supposed to lead us, supposed to lead us, we thought was leading us. It was them. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
We took sweet counsel together
Uh-huh.
and walked unto the house of God in company.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15.
Go ahead.
Let death seize upon them.
And now, this is where we come in at.
Right.
For you being a traitorous bastard, let death meet you too. For you loving to sell that heroin to my mother, my brother. For you putting that bullet in that baby's head in that playground, and now she's gone. Dreams cut short. For you filling up that prison because you love doing what the white man wants you to do. You love his drugs. You love his money with his ancestors' face on it. You love it so much that you will destroy that black face, that brown face you see every day. Death to you too, then. You understand? You cowardice traitor. You understand? You could drop that, brother. Go ahead.
I want to get this last verse right here. Everything you said is so heavy. Everything you said is slap you. No, it's just wild. Like you said, like we're going through technical difficulty, but we're gonna get through it anyhow. Everything you said is so heavy, sir. I want to hit you up with this last verse. You understand? Let's get the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. You understand? Because everything you said is so heavy. And the point of the scripture is what we need to do from here on out. Right. Well, we should have known if the Christian pastor was a righteous and a good shepherd, but he wasn't. All he cared about was the money he was getting from the white man.
Right.
The tax cuts he was getting from the white man. All the triple ties he was fooling our people. You understand? You know, what's that pastor name, that reverend name? Lock the door. You know what I'm saying? Infamous. Marvin Sapp. Lock the door because he couldn't get a certain amount of money he wanted. Yeah, that one.
Never could have made it without you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And grandma got to go out with her lights off. Can't get medication. Can't get her medicine. Or that one pastor who embarrassed the sister because she didn't have enough money. Right. And he openly humiliated her. Humiliated her. You know what I'm saying? The whole congregation. You know what I'm saying? But let me get this last scripture, sir, Baba Kashaw.
Please.
You understand? And it's something we ought to do, especially right now in 2026, so it can never happen to us again.
Right. With
all these coons and all these sellouts, and especially our oppressor. Let's read, Baba Kashaw.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you.
Lest who?
Any man spoil you.
You know what the word spoil means, right? To be made rotten.
Right.
And how are blacks, Latinos being made rotten? We're being misled by misinformation to do the wrong things. And that's why we're in the conditions we're in right now. That same drug dealer saying this will not, this a little bit of weed can't hurt you. A little bit of cocaine can't hurt you.
Right.
A little bit of crack. And you'll have some fun, you understand? Your women who with your sisters right now saying, oh, we're on a girl's trip, girl. He don't have to know you with another man. You know what I'm saying? For you to be an adulterer. You understand?
Right.
Or someone misleading you from the Most High God, you understand? Like these fake Israelite groups or the Christian church. You understand? Or the Muslim mosque, you understand? Or you believe that's a white man's book. How can this book that praises it and is telling, giving black people hope that it's oppressive, his time will soon end? How can this be a white man book when the whole book, which is our culture, is telling you the downfall of this beast? Right. How is it? How is the same book saying that people from the cliffs and caves will rule over you and will be destroyed and be your slaves one day? How is this a white man's book? But the scriptures say what, sir? Start from the beginning, Baba Shaw.
Khan, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Through philosophy, that's all this white man gives you, philosophy. It's all he gives you, his thoughts, you know what I'm saying? If a man sits down on his things, does his thoughts become reality? Crap like that, you understand? Everything he does is vain. Everything he does is a lie. Just like the coons, man. The sellouts, because you know why? They want exactly what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And what he wants is for you to be destroyed. So you know what these coons are going to do? These sellouts are going to do to make sure you continue the pattern of destruction, of self-destruction. You understand? Let's keep going, sir.
God, after the tradition of men.
Of who?
The tradition of men.
And that's what these sellouts are following, the traditions of the oppressor, not of the Lord, not of the Most High God. They follow the traditions of men and they push it. You understand? Right. Gang banging culture. Gang culture is the white man's culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing, being a drug addict is the white man's culture. You understand? Not having love for your brother is the white man, the oppressor's culture. American culture is not our culture. It's the oppressor's culture, man. The traditions we keep on today, right now, 2026, is the traditions we learned since the inception of America, since we were enslaved. You know what I'm saying? We learn his ways. Let's keep going, sir.
God, after the rudiments of the world.
After the what?
Rudiments of the world.
Of the world, not of the Most High God. Everything that the world holds dear to it is satanic. You understand? I mean, America's ran by PDF files and nobody cares. Nobody cares. As long as Donald Trump and his administration is showing hatred to the Latino people, it's A-okay. It's okay. They're okay with a nasty, disgusting oppressor or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Fondling, S.A.ing a young child. Groping, touching inappropriately a woman or a man. They're okay with that, but as long as you show hatred to a so-called Latino man, a black man, a Native American man, as long as you let white supremacy reign, we don't care what you did to Donald Trump administration. And that's why America needs to fall. But let's get that last part of the verse, sir.
Gone, and not after Christ.
And not after Christ. They don't follow Christ. This is why everything these sellouts do, because they trim their ways, because they fall after the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? This is why we shouldn't listen to them, because their root, their means of being, they're being told what to do of the oppressor. You understand? Right. You get rid of the sellout, you get rid of the oppressor. And that's all I have to say. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You got anything else to say, sir?
Nah, real quick, just want to say to Water, brother, for having me on the class. Greatly appreciate it. To brothers and sisters that may be tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. IHPK Long Island, IHPK the Bronx. So we're gonna keep pushing this work. Make sure you pay that Passover fee, man. Passover's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? We don't got too many more days left. Pray that all the brothers and sisters find their way there safely, have a good time as we usually do. You know what I'm saying? Remember the days that our Lord destroyed our enemies the same way he will do now. The same way he's going to do it now. Let's go and celebrate the unaliving, the righteous unaliving of our enemies. You understand? Let's do it for our ancestors. You understand? With that, I just say shalom, y'all. Big up to my man Shaul of 1,000, holding it down. Big up to my man Yashawam. Like I said, y'all, keep supporting this truth. Big up Commander Junior Hana for holding on to this truth and giving it to, you know, brothers like ourselves that needed it, found it, got it, and we're going to give it to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? With that, I say shalom, y'all. Peace.
Shalom, Israel.